I won't bow down to no man.
Hello, and welcome back to Spittin' Sports with Lamar. I am Casey Lamar, and I'm coming at you from the 256. In this video, I'm going to talk about the final NFL standings and playoff seedings for this 2018-2019 season. So let's go ahead and get to it. So as far as the AFC goes, I'll just go down where they finished with their record and just say who won division, stuff like that. But we'll start with the Kansas City Chiefs. They won the AFC West, locked up the number one overall seed this past weekend, and finished at 12-4. The Chargers, they finished at 12-4 as well. Finished second place behind the Chiefs due to their divisional record. The Chiefs had one loss. The Chargers had two losses. So that's what separates them since they split their season meetings one each. But the New England Patriots, they won the AFC East yet again. Locked up the number 2 seed in the AFC, finishing at 11-5. The Houston Texans took home the AFC South. They are the 3 seed in this playoffs due to the Patriots won the head-to-head matchup between the two teams, so that is the tiebreaker. The Baltimore Ravens, they take the AFC North and take the 4 seed. They will be matched with the Los Angeles Chargers, who were the number 1 or the first wild card. They are the 5 seed. The Indianapolis Colts grabbed the last spot with their victory over the Tennessee Titans on Sunday Night Football. They will be the 6th seed and the final team in the AFC playoff picture. For the teams that were out, it goes as follows. It goes the Pittsburgh Steelers, Tennessee Titans, the Cleveland Browns. They really shocked a lot of people. Good to see them finally have some success. They're a scary team headed into next season. The Miami Dolphins come after the Browns, the Broncos, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Buffalo Bills at 6-10. Won more games than I thought they would this year. The Jacksonville Jaguars, possibly the biggest disappointment in the entire NFL this season. The New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders. We'll go down to the NFC now, and it goes as follows. The New Orleans Saints take home the number 1 seed, even with that loss in Week 17 to the Panthers. But the head-to-head matchup with the Rams, they locked up the Saints. The Saints locked up the number 1 seed and complete home field advantage after Week 16. So the Week 17 did not matter for the Saints. The 2 seed is the Los Angeles Rams. They also do have a bye week this week. They take the NFC West. The Saints took home the NFC South and grabbed that 1 seed. The Rams are the 2 seed taking home the NFC West. In the tiebreaker there, like I said, the Saints beat the Rams. They beat the Rams earlier this season. The Bears, they take home the NFC North. They are a very surprising team this season. You knew they would have a good defense. You didn't know what to expect out of their offense so much, but they take home the 3 seed at 12-4. A very surprising team. They're going to be a tough out. You do not want to play the Bears, especially if you have to go to Chicago. But they're the 3 seed, and then the NFC East champs, Dallas Cowboys, finish at 10-6. One of the hottest teams in football right now. They've been playing good football, some close games, but they've been winning. That's what matters most. They are the 4 seed. The Seattle Seahawks, with their Week 16 victory over the Chiefs, they had locked up a spot in the playoffs at the least. They went ahead and reassured that they would be the 5 seed by winning and beating the Cardinals this past weekend. They are in the Philadelphia Eagles. They get in. 2-game win streak with Nick Foles playing quarterback at the end of the season. They did all they had to do to make it. And that's all you got to do is make the show. And you got a chance. Defending Super Bowl champs. We saw what they did last year with a backup in Nick Foles through the playoffs. And they were the 1 seed that last year. But it doesn't matter. Ask Eli Manning about his championships. They were 9-7 both years. All you got to do is make the dance and make the show. And you got a chance. It's all that matters. But they were the last team to make it. The Vikings laid a big old goose egg and missed the playoffs against playing the Bears. They just looked absolutely awful. They looked like trash. They got beat, and now they sit at home this year. The Eagles jumped ahead of them. The Falcons, they went on a little run at the end of the season to make their season look a little better than it was, but they finished 7-9. The Redskins also at 7-9, missed the playoffs. The Panthers, they finally won a game at the very end when it didn't matter anymore. They were 6-2 at one point and then reeled off 7 losses in a row. Gave away 7 games, whatever you want to say. And then they beat the Saints when it didn't matter to close out the season. They finished at 7-9. The Green Bay Packers, obviously, they'll be at home. They're searching for a new coach this offseason. The Lions, they finished at 6-10. The Giants 5-11. The Bucks also at 5-11. The 49ers 4-12. And the number one pick for your NFL draft in 2019 will be the Arizona Cardinals at 3-13, the only team to finish at that record. But that's it for the total overall standings of both conferences. The playoff seedings, I kind of discussed those a little bit. But they go as follows. Like I said, the 1 seed is the Kansas City Chiefs. They have home field advantage through the AFC. And like I said, their divisional record is the tiebreaker over the Chargers. Even though they split the season series and finished with the same record, the tiebreaker is a divisional record. That was the Chiefs' only loss, was the one loss they had to the Chargers in their own division. So they take the 1 seed. Next at the 2 seed, you have the Patriots, who are heating up at the right time at 11-5. They also have a bye week this week in the playoffs. They finished 11-5, and they take the tiebreaker over Houston, like I said, because they won the head-to-head matchup. Houston, AFC South champs, they take the 3 seed, and they will be matched with division rival Indianapolis Colts this weekend. It is the first game of the wild card weekend this upcoming weekend. It should be a great game. Looking forward to being able to watch that one. And then we have a rematch of a Week 16 game. You got the Baltimore Ravens at the 4 seed. The 4 seed Baltimore Ravens taking on the 5 seed Los Angeles Chargers. Baltimore went into LA, got the job done 2 weeks ago. They won 22-10. Phillip Rivers had the worst game he's had all season and possibly a few seasons. They just dominated. That number 1 defense is nasty. They run the ball all over you like they did again against the Browns this past weekend to lock up the AFC North. But Ravens at the 4, they will be playing the Chargers at the 5 this weekend. And Houston at the 3 will be playing the Colts at the 6. And then it doesn't matter. After that, everybody else is staying home this postseason. Next, you got the NFC here. Like I said, Saints, number 1 seed, tiebreaker throughout, hold the tiebreaker over the Rams because of the head-to-head matchup when they beat the Rams in New Orleans. The Rams, they get the second bye at 13-3, so they will be the 2 seed. The Bears, they will host the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles this weekend in the wild card round. I think the line is 6 right now in that game. But they will host the Philadelphia Eagles 3-6, and then the Cowboys, a rematch from earlier this season that the Seahawks won by 14, but this time they'll be in Dallas. I believe the first game was in Seattle, but Dallas, they get a rematch with the Seattle Seahawks, the 4-5 in the wild card round. Should be another great game. But it's playoff time. It's the best time of year for the NFL. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. The intensity is much higher. The referees let them play a little more. But I'm looking forward to the playoffs starting this Saturday with the Texans and Colts being that first game. But that is all I wanted to say about the final standings and the playoff seeds for this football season. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, share the video, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Tomorrow, I will be doing my wild card round predictions, picking those games, talking a little bit about them since I don't have so many games to go over since it is playoff time. I'll talk a little bit more about those games individually, but I'll give my picks for those tomorrow. But don't forget to come back for that video. But this has been Spittin' Sports with Lamar. I am Casey Lamar. Look forward to talking to you guys in the next vid.